Hello again everyone. We hope this finds you doing well. In this video, we're going to be considering discussing some of the spiritual gems comments for the week of February 17th to 23rd, 2025. So friends, we welcome you, and now let's jump right in. So we are starting this week's Bible reading, the book of Proverbs, and let's start reading Proverbs 1:22, and it reads, "How long will you inexperienced ones love inexperience? How long will you ridiculers take pleasure in ridicule? And how long will you foolish ones hate knowledge?" So, when used in the Bible, to whom are the words fool and foolish generally referring? In the scriptures, in the Bible, when the word fool is used, it doesn't refer to someone lacking intelligence, but rather to a person who acts morally incorrectly, rejecting God's wisdom and principles and standards. In other words, a fool one is someone who, despite having the ability to reason, chooses to follow a path of foolishness, ignoring what or rejecting what is just and right according to Jehovah. A biblical example of it is Nabal from David's time, and it's not enough to be intelligent or knowledgeable. It's vital to apply that knowledge by following what Jehovah considers right and good. Okay, now let's move on to the next question. What spiritual gems from this week's Bible reading would you like to share? And let's start with number 1. We have now Proverbs 1 and 2, and it reads, "The Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, the king of Israel, to learn wisdom and discipline, to understand wise sayings." So this reminds us that true wisdom comes from Jehovah. We learn to value discipline not as something harsh, but as a tool that helps us grow in understanding and make wise decisions. Every day we strive to understand God's teachings and apply them in our daily lives. Number 2, Proverbs 1:3 reads, "To acquire the discipline that gives insight, righteousness, good judgment, and uprightness." So we choose to walk in justice and righteousness, knowing that these qualities brings us closer to Jehovah and allow us to be a light in the world as illuminators through our good actions. We strive to be sensible in our decisions and to act with integrity at all times, trusting that Jehovah guides us on the right path or way. Number 3, Proverbs 1:5 reads, "A wise person listens and takes in more instruction. A man of understanding acquires skillful direction." This teaches us that wisdom is not only for the elderly or the scholarly ones. It's for everyone willing to learn and be taught by Jehovah. The more we seek God, the more clarity we'll have in our lives, and we must be humble and recognize that there is always something new to learn. But a prideful person never thinks he need to learn something. Number 4, Proverbs 1:7 reads, "The fear of Jehovah is the beginning of knowledge. Only fools despise wisdom and discipline." This teaches us that true wisdom is not based on human knowledge, but on recognizing God's greatness and living in obedience to Him. Every day we can approach God with humility and respect, asking Him to guide our decisions and lives. 5. 1:8 reads, Listen, my son, to the discipline of your father, and don't forsake the instruction of your mother. The advice of our parents is a gift from God to us. And if we have the blessing and privilege to have our parents alive, we can take advantage of it. Of course, they are parents and they don't love their children, but that's not the case according to this context. Even if we don't always understand it, their experience and love can guide us. It's important to value and respect our parents. We should listen to their advice attentively and appreciate their efforts to guide us. If they are no longer with us, we can remember their teachings and apply them in our lives. So, if you wanna leave in the comments, what's the best piece of advice you ever heard from your parents? I'll be there reading your comments, and it's gonna be a great opportunity to read and learn from you and the best piece of advice you receive from your parents. Okay, now the next one, number 6. Proverbs 1:10 reads, "My son, if sinners try to entice you, don't consent." This teaches us that we must be careful about our associations we keep. Even as adults, the biblical principle remains relevant. Bad associations, bad friendships can lead us astray. We can get trouble, literally terribly trouble, if we have been involved in bad associations. It's not for children, even for adult people. 7. The same verse and is this comment, and this world may offer us temptations and paths that seem attractive but lead us away from God. We must stand firm and not let ourselves be dragged down by bad influences. Instead, we seek the association of good brothers and sisters. 8. Proverbs 1:9. This reads, "They are an attractive wreath for your head and a fine ornament for your neck." So wisdom and discipline not only protect us but also make us stand out as upright and valuable individuals in the eyes of Jehovah and others, like a nice ornament. This motivates us to be examples of integrity and humility in our families and congregations. 9. 1:15 reads, "My son, don't follow them. Keep your feet off their path." So the decisions we make have consequences. Following the path of evil may seem easy or tempting, but at the end, it only brings pain and separation from God. Before making a decision, let's consider whether it pleases Jehovah or not. Let's ask Him for discernment to choose wisely. And the last one, number 10, 1:16, this one reads, "For their feet run to do evil. They hurry to shed blood." So today, many use their feet to do evil things, but we strive to use our feet to preach, to attend meetings, to work, and to help others. There is no doubt, Jesus used his feet to do the Father's will, and we walk toward holiness, not sin, because we know that only in Jehovah we find true life. Okay, friends, that's a wrap for this video. Thank you so much for joining us in this consideration. If you like this video, you could support our channel by subscribing and like this one. So we hope to see you in the next broadcast, and bye for now.